Gooey Cafeteria chocolate chip cookies. Couldn't be any easier, Sonny.
You know I love cookies on tap.
Sonny, you are my sous chef. This is the easiest sous chef job.
Yeah?
Okay?
What am I doing?
Add
Just
the baking soda to the flour and whisk it. But before you do that, as an homage to my best friend, Alex Guarnaschelli, why don't you sift?
You want me to sift it?
Okay, wait.
Yeah, I got you a sifter here.
Now,
so you
when
can
I
sift
make-
the,
Jeff,
sift the
when
baking soda.
When I make a sandwich, I think about it a lot differently because of you.
Really?
Yes, I do. I'm like, oh my God, there's a piece of the bread that's not covered. The ratio's off.
I repeat in my mind, crust to crust is a must. I
do too,
swear to God,
Is
when
it
I'm
great?
doing this,
It's working.
Yeah, it's a mind work.
You're
all
inside,
learn
you're
from
inside my
Yeah.
brain.
As we say, it lives rent-free in our head.
Yes.
Okay, well, my job is done, Jeff. Make some
I'm sorry.
cookies.
I thought the sifting would at least add on a minute or
Took
so.
2 seconds.
So now let me get on the wet ingredients here. So easy. Starting with, I think this is the key, and my wife Sarah always does this for each recipe, and that is browning the butter.
That's right.
All right, when you're making any chocolate chip cookie, so you've got our brown butter, cool it down a little bit. Let's add some nice light brown sugar in a bowl, some granulated sugar, right? We got 1 egg, and then some good old vanilla extract and that brown butter.
I've never browned my butter for cookies.
Neither have I. Not
Katie.
for cookies, but I will now.
Life-changing, Katie.
Life-changing. Like,
Really?
it mixes with that vanilla extract, and you get the caramely notes with the vanilla notes, and it just adds a dimension that you normally don't find, especially in a cafeteria, you know, industrial-grade cookie that we were all served.
This is why I love cooking with you guys, because, like, we all cook naturally, right? This is what we do. But then there are these little tweaks that can take our food to the next level, and to find them from a coworker
Like,
is
just
awesome.
smell that already. Smell that. Smell just from
You
that
can
little
smell the
step
butter.
of gently browning your butter.
wow.
Smell
Yeah.
it. Go ahead.
So fragrant.
It
Yeah.
is. Look at that.
Cheesy.
All those little milk solids caramelized, get a little,
Wow.
right? I'm changing lives here. Not only
You
with crust to
are.
crust is a
Okay,
must,
Jeff,
but
I'm gonna try this.
brown your butter or bust.
Do you
Crust to
think-
crust is a must.
Do you think it's
Brown
your
bu-
headband? Do you
What's
think it's
that?
your headband?
Yeah, it's a little tight, I think.
It is a little
He's a
tight. I
little
feel a little
excited.
constricted.
Your ears
Okay.
are starting to fold.
All right. That's fine.
So,
By the
Jeff,
way-
what I want to know, what does the headband and the Disneyland story, how does that tie into the cookies?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
You just
Jeff
wanted
just
to
likes
wear the
to show us
headband.
old photos. We're
I just
talking
like to
about
show you
back
old
in the
photos.
day. Yeah,
we're
this
just
is-
talking about back in the day, school
our
photos.
childhood.
You
I
know,
thought
they-
maybe there was a great chocolate chip cookie at Disneyland or something.
I have cookbooks from my mom that will say, you know, stir 30 times.
Yeah.
You know, it'll give you the amount of times you're supposed to, you know, roll around that bowl. So pretty awesome.
No, this is, and also you don't want to overwork this cookie dough because the goal with this, much like those cafeteria cookies, gooey, we want the spread, and we're going to plate it in a very fancy, special way. It's an homage to those days, but this is,
You're changing the cookie a lot
Yeah.
by not whipping soft butter in a mixer with
Yeah.
the sugars. That is what the
there's no
classic
air
cookie
being
is.
incorporated into this,
There
right? So
is-
it's going to spread out. And then just to help kind of give it some, obviously you need chocolate chips. I like the mini chocolate chips in
Yeah,
this.
I'll take them.
Right?
Either the minis or when people break up the bricks and they have like nice chunks
I
instead.
like
Yeah.
a chunk.
Yeah.
I can
do.
get into a chunk.
You know how we all love those big domed fancy cookies you get at all the bakeries these days? We don't want that for
No,
this
we want
application.
OG status.
We're gonna flatten them out and we're gonna bake them at 325 for about 10 minutes.
You're so
Okay?
excited.
Because it's an
minutes.
odd, it's
Okay.
very, right? We want to hit them, we want gooey.
Yeah,
And they didn't have
undercooked.
time. You're feeding all these kids. You don't have time
They're
to do a
like, "Here's
proper
your
bake and rest. No, you make it as quickly as possible. You get the spread. You can smell that beautiful butter in the air.
Oh, that looks good.
And you have these little warm cookies here that we can do one more thing to, right? We're gonna get some
These are
flaky sea
freshly
salt.
hot. Yes, Jeff.
I mean, really,
Yes.
is there a better dessert than a hot chocolate chip cookie
No.
out of the oven?
That's why I
There's
say
not.
cookies on tap. You should always have cookie dough in your fridge.
Look at this.
Do you
Off
think-
the headband? Who does that? I do, because I do it for you,
An
America.
unsanitary
Do you
chef.
think a brownie is a close second? Can a brownie almost rival the chocolate chip?
No.
I'm feeling like it gets close
I think
sometimes.
a brownie
Scoop of
can get
vanilla
close.
melting over the
Oh,
brownie.
now you're talking.
I
and
love
a little
that.
drizzle of hot fudge.
But I mean, who's getting
Cookie
a
is
brownie
king.
a la mode in high school? That would not be
No, I
good.
love the paper plate.
So now you take it, and you can barely like get it off there, and you got to transfer it quick to the world's cheapest thinnest paper plate. One, you know, not like the fancy stuff
Remember
that
we used
use.
to have those woven basket thingies that you would put them in to make them sturdy. Did you
your
guys have
time.
those growing up?
Oh, yeah.
It was like a
I remember that,
paper
yeah.
plate frame.
It was that's what you need. Like, you need to get, these were always served on paper plates where you couldn't just take one paper plate.
Yeah.
It would be a clump of paper plates.
All right,
That's-
let's look at the interior of
Yes,
this
that's
cookie.
breakage is important.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Look, it does have that kind of greasy finger feeling.
Yeah, that's why you always eat them with a plastic spoon, but I'm gonna do one better.
No, I'm going right for it.
Is there some
and
milk
you
around?
used mini chocolate chips, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
Still warm.
Yeah, it took you long enough, Jeff.
See,
Sorry.
I was being patient.
I like a doughy, chewy cookie.
That's very good.